Hello, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast. My name is Gobind, and this is your channel for grace. And I'm so excited tonight because we have a very, very special guest. His name is Patricio, and he is going to be producing the album that I'm recording. And so we wanted to bring him on here to talk about his background in music and everything that he's working on, excited about. So why don't you introduce yourself, please?
Oh, thank you, Jan. Thank you so much for inviting me to your channel for grace and for the good vibes. And yeah, like you say, my name is Patricio Patzi, Pato, Patricio. And I'm here right now from Sonic Soul Studios in Santa Ynez, California, live and direct, live and direct.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it was so amazing. I don't think you heard the story of how it all kind of came together for me
Mhm.
to finally meet with you. So I'll tell you that story real quick while we wait for people to come in.
Yeah, yeah.
But I so for a long time I've been creating music, writing songs and stuff for 8 years. I think it's been 8 years since I actually started writing music,
Hmm.
and for 8 years people have been like, you gotta record your music, you gotta do something, like, when can I hear your songs on iTunes? And I just, it just hasn't happened. And I'm the kind of person that really goes with the flow. So I decided to just let it, be its thing, do its thing, and just like attack it when I'm ready, or when it's time.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when you posted on Instagram, that you have this new recording studio and that you're welcoming new artists to record their music, I knew right away that I had to send you a message. And
Mhm.
I remembered that like a couple years back, we had met you at a sweat lodge
Uh-huh. In
in
Colorado.
Denver.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in Denver. And
I sit
and
actually right next to you guys. Not next
Oh,
to.
next to
Yeah,
Dawn.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know. And I remember that Dawn had exchanged phone numbers with you. So I said, "You still have his number?" I was like, "You got to message him because I think this is the one." So we messaged you, and we just so happened to be on our road trip that we took. And so when on our way back up to Oregon, we made the schedule with you, appointment with you, and um we had that awesome meeting. And then on our way out, I realized something really crazy. So like when I was 18 years old, my grandma
Mhm,
passed away.
mhm,
And my grandma was the one that planted the seeds in me to, to express myself and to be free, and look for um the things that really mattered in life. So when she passed away, it was like a really difficult thing for me.
mhm,
She's always been, I can always feel her presence with me. And I remembered that after a little, like, her, it's weird, but her ashes, my mom had her ashes,
mhm,
on the shelf for a little while. And then one day they were gone. And I was like, what happened to grandma's ashes? And my mom was like, well, me and your dad, we went to take them to where your grandma wanted them to be spread. And I remember her telling me that, I didn't know this, but my grandma wanted her ashes to be spread in Santa Barbara. And so on our way, when we were leaving, I was like, oh my God. I was like, Dawn, oh my God, I just realized something. I was like, we're going to be recording my music like right near the area where my grandma's ashes are. I was like, what? It was crazy. So like then I
yeah.
knew it was the right thing.
Oh, that's so perfect. It's so connected.
I know. That's why that's
How
why
you
it's like,
connect with God, and that's so important to
uh-huh.
share. Sometimes it didn't happen, right? So, sometimes we are aware, sometimes we're not.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, totally.
we
So welcome in, you guys. Thanks for watching. And what I'm just gonna start asking you some questions. What will you tell us a little bit about your background in music?
Yeah,
We don't know anything, so
yeah.
anything you can tell us anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I've been playing music for a long time now. I mean, my age, right? I'm 40 years old, and for 31 years I've been playing music. Professional probably for 23, 24. And then yeah, just been playing a ton of music. I was born in Chile, in Santiago de Chile, and and I have my whole crew, tribe over there, and people and bands and music scenes going on. Um, and I went through so many different style of music as well. I start playing punk rock music, rock, and then the blues and the jazz, and then all the ethnic music and the drums and all these like more like organic sounds, and it's a discovering, right? I'm so fascinated with it because I never stop to learn, it's a never, yeah, never.
Hmm.
It's like I just watching the sky at night, it's full of stars, and
I love that.
the knowledge and music is the same. You learn something, but then there is something else to learn, and then you start to connect the dots, right? And we make
Mhm.
songs and albums and everything. So um, yeah, I play different instrument. I start on music with the guitar, acoustic guitar, and then electric guitar, then a vacuum, the two of my vacuum for a minute, and I still want to practice. I had this vacuum thing. I remember, and sit in front of the mirror, and feeling like I was a sludge, something like that. Yeah, and then I took percussion, piano, and ethnic instrument like the kora and balafon from Africa, and then
Wow.
the bass, like 15 years ago, in a reggae band that we started in Chile with a few friends. And yeah, and then I discovered the bass, another beautiful, universe, like full of.
How do you do it?
I just
How can
feel
you
it,
play all
I
those
love it.
instruments? How did you know that like you were like a musician? Because I feel like you were completely born to do this. Like you're so natural.
it That's what I always feel. So I just keep doing it, that's what I always feel. And I always had support, so that's very it's super
Hmm.
important, have support and people that trust you, that we're going to be sharing our magic and art
Hmm.
and culture with people all around the world,
Hmm.
traveling for a few years now, almost 11 years. I left Chile in 2010, 9, 10. Moved to Australia, and then Indonesia, Bali, and then I came here to the United States on
Wow. So you've only been here since 2010,
2015.
2015. Wow. That's like not very long.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So you've been in many bands, right?
Yeah, many many bands in Chile. Everywhere I go, I organize something to make some noise and traveling and work, and play songs and make albums and yeah, yeah. So I had been traveling. So I came here in 2015 to join NACO Amazing for the People, and it's just been an amazing ride. Just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful community world, and it's been great.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, the music, the Nako and Medicine for the People music has been super super healing in my own life for
That's
sure. And I remember, I've gone to see you guys like
mhm.
quite a few times, and the one thing that I remember from all of the musicians on stage, I feel like you're the one that are having the most fun.
Really, I think that all of them. I mean,
Well, I mean, I feel like they all are, but when I look at you,
I,
and you're
I,
like,
oh
I
my
just
God,
love it.
it's just so much fun. So much fun and being and working, being in a place with a bunch of brothers. A bunch of beautiful people having doing it what we most love the most.
Mm-hmm, totally. Do you have like a favorite instrument that you like to play?
Um, yeah, I do, but guitar and bass
Mm-hmm. Um,
and coda and piano.
right, you're like, and then and how many instruments do you play?
I play like a super play, probably like 4 or 5. Like maybe no, maybe more.
I bet you could play
Yeah,
anything.
I can play. Still learning West Coast African music from Guinea, Senegal, from the Mandinka culture, and they have bunch of instruments like the kora, the harp they play, and they have another instrument called the balafon, and the balafon is like a marimba,
Mm.
and that instrument is beautiful too, and bunch of drums and singing and it's just beautiful. Yeah. So I play a bunch of ethnic instrument too, like didgeridoo from Australia, some from India, sitar. Uh, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I have those I just in Bali.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But yeah.
Can you, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I was gonna ask you about how did you get into producing music?
Well, I get, I feel like I've been doing it, since always, but more like a professional. When I say, okay, I want to start a career, when I was in Bali. When I was in Bali, I have the opportunity to be in a studio, recording studio with a friend for a long time, and that was like definitely that. I knew before all the computer thing, the dough, and the softwares and everything, but that was the time I was like, yeah, I think I really like to be in the studio a lot too, and making songs, making songs and ideas. I have a very creative spirit. So I'm always, with good ideas coming and
Mm-hmm.
making things happening. And so, and then when I came here, it was when, I was like, okay, I'm going to start. So I did co-produce My Name is Bear with Nako, the solo album
Mm-hmm.
produce that together, and then I co-produced Tim Snyder album Humanity. It's
Tim
my
Snyder is
violinist from the
the
band. Yeah,
violin player. Yeah.
yeah, an
Love
amazing
that guy.
legend.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. A human
Yeah.
being on the stage is an amazing human. Yeah.
I love that. What do you think is your favorite thing about producing music?
There's a lot of a good thing for me. I learning, learning, especially when you're working with somebody else. Ideas and music taste and what sounds good or no, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
So I learn a lot about psychological stuff, social stuff, right? Like social skills.
Mm-hmm.
and,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of patience and a lot of music because it's a total, every artist, every single person have a different music world happening, sounds and songs that you like that probably might don't know, So
Mm-hmm.
um, all of that, the learning process I really like, and the final product when you're happy with what you did was like, yeah, that definitely
Mm-hmm.
was a good time and yeah, and there's so many things, Also the spontaneity. Those
Mm-hmm.
time of spontaneity are so beautiful, such a treasures, in sessions. The moment when it's just you are connected with the I don't know the biggest creator, the goddess of creation. I don't know. It's just like so amazing. And they just come. Those moments are so beautiful. And that happen and every yeah, something that you need to train and work every day. It's something it's a craft. You need to like
Mm-hmm.
out. But
Mm-hmm.
when it happen like that, spontaneous, so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had moments like that with with songs where they just like I can feel a song coming through days before it comes. Like the words of the you know what I mean, of the music.
Mhm.
But then when it officially like arrives, usually it's like it's a fast thing for me. Like it just like it comes through, and if I don't write it down,
Mhm.
it'll just go, you know?
Wow. Do you remember some time when did that go and then they come back to you sometimes or no?
I've been pretty good at like when I feel the urge to
Mhm.
write. It's interesting because I'll sit down and I'm not the kind of person that will like write the words and then have the words for a long time, it's almost like the words come and then right away I want to put it to music. So I know, I don't know, that's my experience. I've been pretty good at like making sure that when that inspiration comes around that I'm writing it down and
Mhm. Mhm.
manifesting it. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, yeah, it's a work, right? To exercise and like
Yeah.
recreation, all of that.
Uh-huh.
Exercise always.
Yeah. Um, so what do you think is the thing that drives you the most in terms of music or being a performing artist? Like what's the thing that keeps pulling you, that keeps you in this industry?
The love from the people,
Mm,
yeah, because I can do that here, by myself and have a great time too. But it's so beautiful to see people loving what you do and having such an amazing feedback and being so, yeah, it's very special. So definitely people who's listening, what we do and I'm doing, in the love for what I do, definitely.
the connection, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can for sure I can for, from my experience with just, playing music live on my YouTube channel, I know that like when I'm playing to an audience and I'm receiving that feedback, that it keeps fueling that energy, and it feels really good. It feels like to me it feels like a service to humanity
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Humanity and yeah, and everything, even the plants and trees and I mean, bird, every life can feel the frequency of your music too.
I saw this something in the news. I don't know when it was, but it was a little while ago. But there was an orchestra, and
Hmm.
it was somewhere in Europe, I think. They filled up all the seats with plants, and the orchestra played to the plants.
Oh yeah, I saw
Did
photos. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I was like, wow, that is so crazy. And then they gave the plants away to like different people.
Amazing.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, wow, that's crazy. That's really cool. I really thought that was a cool idea.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody, I mean, yeah, not everybody, but every life, I think, all life.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, people are saying it's the energy.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. What would be the advice that you would give to emerging artists or anyone who's, in, getting into music, or we even wanting to record their stuff, like just in general, what advice would you give to artists?
Well, to just go for it and do it, do it if you feel the call. Go for it. There is no, to to just do it and ask and believe in yourself and be ready to deliver and also to learn, right, and to believe in yourself absolutely, and to have a vision, a goal, to have a yeah, like where you want to go with what you're doing, or maybe no, maybe you just want to, maybe we'll find out on the process.
Mhm.
So but more than anything, to believe in what you're doing, and you're believing in your singing, your playing, and your songs, and if you're having fun with that, that's all you need.
Mhm.
You will
Mhm.
transmit that to the audience, and then you can share that with your community, big community, a lot of people.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
I have actually an interesting question, because with everything that's been going on, like in the world, where do you think the industry is going? What do you think is going to happen? Like with the whole music world, because I know all the bands that normally would be playing shows right now, everything's been canceled.
Hmm.
What's been your experience of that?
Shocking. It's pretty shocking, and it's like, whoa. Just it's not just the artist, it's not just the musician, it's the whole entire community. People who work in events and festivals and security, people who clean the spot, the parking area. I mean, it's a huge group of people who's being affected right now by this. So I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't think I want to know. I definitely I'm doing my part just to keep creating, keep putting records out, and I feel that it's a good chance though to maybe make some change.
Mm,
On the music industry. So it will be nice how we will now expose our talent and music. The traveling, the I don't know how to go back to the big arenas or 3,000 cap theaters. I don't know. It's gonna be- People will be like, whatever. That's another thing, or maybe people will be more worried. I don't know. Seems like I don't know. I don't
it's kind of up in the air, huh?
Yeah, it's like nobody. That's the thing. Nobody knows. You
And that,
know,
yeah.
I mean, asking a lot of people that work in that they're super inside, and no, there is no real answer about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
Everybody.
crazy. What I've noticed is that there a lot of artists are now just going live on their Instagrams or on their YouTubes
Mm.
and sharing like that. And I think it's so funny because we went from having all of these things that we had to go to, and then we could connect with people, to everything went on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't. It's cool because okay, whatever we have to be, whatever lockdown.
Yeah, right.
But I don't want to live my life the rest of my life like this. I don't
No.
yeah. And it's no it's horrible. Hey, we need sunshine in our face, or cloud, or whatever, rain, sunlight, we need to go outside, give hugs, know each other. Like, I mean, we need to, get together as a community. And so yeah, it's not the same, For me, it's just not the same. And it's not something like it's not about like go from CD to the MP3, and then it's not like, okay, I can deal with that. But this
Mhm.
is, we want to be watching ourselves through a screen.
I know, it's no, it doesn't feel right.
Imagine you playing your guitar and your song in a beautiful, like trees set up and flowers and beautiful air and a group of people. That's nothing can beat that,
Mhm. Mhm.
for me at least. So
What
I,
are
I
Yeah.
hope we come back to the gigs and touring and all of that.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too. The world needs it, and I think music is one of the most healing things. There's nothing like music to heal people. It's changed my life to be able to I always wanted to be a singer since I was little.
Mhm.
I never thought I would ever play an instrument, but because I wanted it so bad, I picked up a guitar, and I was 18 when that's like already old, for like picking up an instrument. But I learned it enough to like accompany myself, and it's been the biggest gift of my life. And I actually I didn't take any lessons or anything, so I just play whatever I learned, through messing around with it. But I know that being able to express myself through music has been one of the most healing things. And for me, when I need healing, I go to music. So I feel like we can't
Mhm.
live without it.
Yeah, exactly. It's super, super, and it's a basic thing for our life for sure. Like food, it's food for our spirit. For the
Exactly. Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
our life. Yeah, definitely. we
Yeah.
need it. We need it.
Totally. I was going to ask you if you had maybe some of your favorite stories from like your career or anything in your life in regards to music.
Yeah, I have so many stories. One day I definitely want to write a book, but not yet.
Ooh, cool.
But yeah, good stories though, really good one. Beautiful stories. Mostly for me, it's been about meeting amazing, amazing people. On my way. amazing artist, such a beautiful artist, like from so many, almost everywhere, all around the planet. It's crazy. So that's been for me an amazing part of my story. Um, I have I had a beautiful adventure in Indonesia when I moved in 2011 from Australia to Bali, Indonesia. And then I went on a tour with this Australian friend, Nick Walaki. I was producing with him his album at that time in Australia. And then he got on a tour in Indonesia with a guy called Iwan Falls. That is like the Bob Dylan of Indonesia. So
Uh-huh.
Indonesia was also went through all of these with dictatorship and the socialist, whatever, the militaries in the street, all this bullshit
Mhm.
everywhere that time. Sorry, but so we went on tour with this artist, and I didn't know who was right. I was like, but he's super famous, so we did like a huge events all over Indonesia, and we played one of the shows in Sumatra in the islands, Mentawai Islands,
Wow.
and this place like like somewhere nowhere in the planet, and that wasn't a huge adventure. We took a ferry, took us for 10 hours on a stormy night crossing from Sumatra Island to the Mentawai. It's like 1 hour on airplane, right? But I don't know, the weather, something was bad, so we had to do a ferry, and it was horrible. It was like crazy.
Whoa.
But then we got to the place and the festival, and it just was beautiful. We got to paradise. Wow, it was so beautiful. It was
Wow.
so beautiful. The water, the food, the people, community, like real tribe, like this tribe we call the Mentawai tribe. They do the old school
Wow.
tattoos and always smoking some tobacco, something they grow over there.
Uh-huh.
And and that was super exotic too. For me, it's like wow, I'm in the middle of this super ancient place, and they're still living like the ancient times. With
Yeah.
Mr. Ewan Falls, who ended up being legend. Is a legend.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. What's your favorite place that you've gotten to play at?
Oof, a lot of places, but to tell you, with the last 5 years with the band, Basing for the People, we've been in an amazing spot. Like, they were my dream probably before I came, and yeah, all dreams come true.
Mhm. What's the in
Red
terms
Rocks.
of like
I
wait,
love
what?
Red Rocks. I love Red
Oh,
Rocks.
Red Rocks.
Yeah, yeah. Going to your question, yeah, I love playing Red Rock in Glastonbury, England festival.
Whoa, that's so
That was
cool. I
huge.
was actually there at your show at Red Rocks.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Amazing.
the full moon in Sagittarius.
Oh, that's my sign.
What? You're a Sagittarius?
Yeah.
No wonder you're like traveling everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. The music. No, but I was there at that show with my sister.
Wow. That
And
night was
you
so special. It was so
oh
beautiful.
my god.
Magic.
It was magic. And you guys filled up like you sold that show out.
Yeah. With Mr. Trevor Hall.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a oh, what a beautiful Father's Day. What a beautiful day. Beautiful night. Yeah. I mean, every time Red Rock is so special. So special. The energy is real.
I remember the full when the full moon started to rise. I
Mhm.
can't remember what song you guys were playing, but I can't even imagine what it looks like from your perspective. But I'm sure it's like epic.
And it's epic, but it also it's like wow, it's a huge wave of people coming at you. So I'm mostly all the time just trying to be on my
You're trying to focus.
God, I just get lost. It's huge. It's like I can't believe it. It's
hmm
unreal. Sometimes it's like wow,
Yeah.
he's playing this legendary spot. Yeah, and other places,
Awesome.
so many places. Yeah, so many beautiful places.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been all over the place.
Mhm.
Well, that's really cool. Is there anything else you'd like to share with everyone? Maybe where people can find you if they're interested in working with you.
Yeah, well, if you guys want to find out more about myself, you can go to music.com, and also on Instagram is Sonic Soul Instagram. Um, and my Instagram is JP. I forgot the name for that word.
Soul,
No,
s-
No, JP, but that.
the underscore.
Thank you. JP underscore Soul Power.
Love
Soul
it.
Power, like James Brown, baby. Uh, Soul Power. So that's my Instagram, and you can find now more about my website, emails, and then everything to get in touch. In my Instagram, you can find my email too to get in touch with me.
I love it. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for being here. And if you guys, so I'm going to be working with Patricio
Hmm.
soon in the future
Yes.
to record my songs and my album. So I wanted to introduce him to you guys so you can see who I'm going to be working with.
Yeah.
Um, I really feel like this is, like I said, is the perfect match. And that story that I told in the beginning about, my grandma
Awesome.
telling me,
Yeah.
sending me a sign, and I'm
Um,
all for that. Like that's how I roll.
I love it. I'm with you on that. I'm with you. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we're gonna have a blast. And if you guys want to help donate to the GoFundMe page that I started, the link is actually in the description of the video, but you can also go to my website, which is channelforgrace.guru, and then you can also find it there. So thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Patricio. I
so
really
much,
appreciated
guys.
this.
Thank you. Have a beautiful night, and stay in touch with you, and see you soon. I
Yes.
love to done.
Okay.
Yay.
Bye.
Ciao.